Okay, Rachel, we'd like to hear from you now. I know you've been sitting here patiently, very patiently.
Thank you.
So, is there a frustration you'd like to tell Thomas about?
Yes.
I don't even know where to begin. Alright, so basically what you just said was that I nag you about things, but the things that I'm nagging you about are things that you don't do.
So I'm going to reframe that into some I statement for you so that he doesn't feel attacked, even though I can see why you might feel that way after what you were listening to from him. So if you'd say, oh, here's my feeling about the situation. Here's what frustrates me.
Okay, this is what...
I'm giving you what frustrates me is...
What frustrates me is that I ask you to do something, but you don't do it unless I ask you a few times, and
you don't even
they're not...
give me a chance.
Okay,
it's
so
my
now,
turn, right?
It's her turn. It's her turn.
I'm not
so
done.
I know it's hard. You have to end up containing all the rebuttal that you're feeling like, but. So do you think, is it possible for you to just hear her? This is her perception, okay?
All right.
My turn.
Just her point of view that we're having you hear. You might not agree with it at all, but the idea is just for her to feel that you're getting how does she see things? Even though maybe quite the opposite of how you're seeing it. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
I know it's hard.
Even if it's not true.
Well, there's really, everybody feels they're right. But if you had 5 people in a room that that saw the same scene, you would get 5 different points of view of what happened. So this is her point of view, you have your point of view.
Fair enough.
Okay. So your point of view is, what frustrates me is...
What frustrates me is that I ask you to do something and you don't do it, and I have to ask you again and again.
And when that happens, I start to say to myself...
And when you don't do what I ask you to do, I start to wonder what else you're not doing that I'm asking you to do.
The feeling that leaves me with.
And the feeling that leaves me with is, like, how much do you really care about me if, like, you're not doing what, like, simple tasks.
Okay, let's stay with the feeling it gives you, because that's what gives rise to the fights. It's these unheard feelings that we carry inside ourselves that are burning us up inside. And you said it very clearly. You feel uncared for. Is that what you feel uncared for? You're saying it more than once. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think he's neglecting me.
So I feel neglected.
I feel neglected.
This is a whole new language I'm giving you here. I know. This is not how we were raised to talk. So can you mirror that? She feels when
I don't do
yeah.
what she asked me to do, she feels that I'm neglecting her.
And she feels neglected.
She feels neglected because I haven't done the tasks that she asked me to do.
Not just tasks. Like I'll plan, I want to see you or plan things with you, but you're always so busy that I have to nag you about even seeing you. Like I don't see you anymore.
So I
feel neglected.
But I don't understand this because we both have this vision of where we want to see our lives go.
Okay, hold on. This is something we can talk about some more when we're doing our shared talking time, but right now this is just the dialogue. So, can you mirror back, or I'll have her say it again?
She's mad because I'm spending a lot of time at work, I'm assuming, and not enough time with her, so she feels neglected. So I guess the only thing that, the nagging comes,
Well, you don't have to put it together.
Okay.
At this point, we're just trying to understand how she feels, what her point of view is. You don't have to...
So she feels neglected because I haven't been spending enough time with her.
Did I get that?
Did I get that?
Yeah.
And that reminds me of...
I don't know, when I was little, when my parents, like, broke up or whatever, brings me back to that. I don't want that to happen for us. And that seems like what's going on, because you're always away, and my dad was always away, so
It scares me.
it scares me.
Can you mirror that?
What I heard is that she's scared because she's worried that our relationship is not going to last, and that I guess maybe we're exhibiting some of the same behaviors that her parents exhibited before they broke up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's very honest of you. So, is there something that he could do, behavior? So the main feeling you're talking is neglected, uncared about, you're scared, you're foreseeing in the future, is this a portent of your marriage, of your parents' marriage? This is pretty huge, so there's a lot
Well,
to deal with.
you know, I think that the small things for me are what bother me.
Yeah.
Like if nagging him is a way of getting him closer to me, because we get to talk a little longer. I just think that if you made little things happen, I would feel a lot more secure in our relationship.
Can you put that together in a few sentences? It was a
I
lot
guess
of
she
stuff.
would like it if I paid attention, I guess, a little bit more to the details of things that I do, the small things, maybe small nuances, and I guess that would make her feel a little bit more appreciative, or that I appreciate her more than she currently is feeling from. Yes?
Does that fit for what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's more about leading us away from what I'm afraid of happening.
Could you say that again?
Like, I think that if he just did some of the small things that I asked, that it would make me less afraid for bigger things.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Can you say that now?
I'm a little confused. I'm honest.
Well, I'll say it.
Yeah.
She's afraid, there are all these little things, and in her mind, based on her previous experience, and each one seems like a portent. If this gets more and more, or larger and larger, it's going to end up ultimately destroying the relationship. Each one, tiny one, feels very big to her, like a symbol of the larger picture of the whole relationship. And there was another very big thing that you said, I don't know if it came across, which was that it's very important for her to feel close and together, that the relationship is together. And the nagging, as awful as it is one way of being together, even if it's a negative one. It's what she's feeling. This is coming out as she's talking. Does that make sense? Even though it's negative.
Yeah. It kind of does make sense.
It's something, she's longing for togetherness.
I just wish we can do it in a more positive manner.
Excellent thought.